Whew. Greetings and salutations. So yes, this is my day 1 of 28. I don't know how long I'm going to be recording for. Right now I am talking to myself and I am grateful for that. Says we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. So yeah, participating in this experience, this 28-day journey of discovering, uncovering, unearthing, sharing, different aspects of myself, allowing myself to be vulnerable. But it's not even so much vulnerability. I think I've been avoiding Instagram in particular, because I've been posting on YouTube. And even previously when I would go live consistently on TikTok, that wasn't as difficult for some reason. I think perhaps mainly because on TikTok, most of the people that follow me, I don't really know personally. And I think on Instagram, there's a lot more, I guess, opportunity for visibility, like within the realm of people that I know, that know me. So, it's, I guess, a more difficult thing to, I guess, kind of face, But yeah, I started the live without really any, I had a few thoughts that were moving through my mind, through my being, and of course they evaded me as soon as I pressed start. But just wanting to, acknowledge in this moment the greater significance of this day, other than being the first day of me embarking on this journey. I think the greater significance of this day, October 7th, is, marking of 2 years that we have been bearing witness to genocide, I think it's so important that we're allowing ourselves to bear witness, and to allow what is coming up for us within the witnessing, allowing that to be seen, and to be felt, there's a lot. There's so much that I think is coming up within the collective, within each one of us, and it's just really asking us to feel it, to be with it, to recognize what it is, to recognize that what we are seeing is a reflection of, ourselves, the greater collective, and I think healing that, it really starts with each one of us, but it's in facing what is happening and allowing that to kind of bring us to facing ourselves, to facing all the ways that we are participating, that we are contributing, right? Recognizing all the ways that we are complicit, Greetings. Yeah, just, I think right now, even with this challenge, messengers, and I think it's the idea that we are all, messengers. We all have a voice. We all have something to share, to give, to contribute to this movement forward, right? This movement towards true peace, true liberation, right? But we have to allow ourselves to face it, to face everything, to face what's happening, and to face ourselves, right? To really allow ourselves to look within, to look at us, to look ourselves in the mirror, right? And recognize the reflection that we're seeing in the world right now, yeah. Yeah. I think, just the idea that we are at 2 years, and this is just 2 years of this part of it. This is 2 years of greater awareness, because this is something that has been happening for decades. Well, within this region, decades, So it's really allowing ourselves to realize that these systems and these people that we are holding in these positions of power, they're not here for us, right? The things that we're seeing, we're a part of that, right? We all are a part of it. We all are complicit in it. We all are contributing to it. So it's recognizing our actions, recognizing all the ways that, we are participating, and setting the intention and taking the action to reverse that, to untether ourselves from, these systems. And they've been rooted deeply. So this isn't something that, we can expect to happen overnight, This is generational work. This is recognizing that we are putting in intention into ourselves, ensuring that these future generations that are coming up right now, that they have a stronger foundation to stand on. A lot of the seeds that we are planting right now, we might not eat the fruit of, right? But we can know that we are planting seeds for the future, right? A lot of what we're seeing is going to start feeling heavier. It's gonna weigh. Things are going to look a lot darker before they look better. So we have to ready ourselves for that. We have to put ourselves in a position to be able to sustain through that, and it starts with going within, with facing ourselves, and realizing all the things that might be holding us back, and I think that's, the purpose within this container that I'm in, is really recognizing all the ways that I am holding myself back, all the ways that I am preventing myself from being seen, right? We all have something to say, something to share, to offer, to contribute, and it's allowing ourselves to find that, yeah. Ooh. For me, there's a deep fear of being seen, as much as I might post, as much as I might share the thoughts that I'm thinking, as much as I might be vulnerable in moments, there's a deep fear of being seen fully, And, I think like even a lot more of my more vulnerable posts I tend to put on YouTube again, because there aren't people that really know me there, And I think just also wanting to acknowledge, like, when I do get emotional and when, the tears do start to flow, I am grateful. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the ability to allow myself to be seen, I'm grateful for, the openness that I feel to be vulnerable, and to be held in this space in a way where this is okay, where even if I'm the one holding this space for myself, it's okay. These feelings are okay, and we have to allow ourselves to feel them deeply, and to be seen within that, to be able to trust that there is support here. We can fall apart in front of each other. We can, really allow ourselves to be seen and to connect, and just to share that, and it not be something that we have to change, like I know sometimes when we see people crying, we want to make them feel better, but sometimes it's really allowing them to sit in that pain, and maybe sitting with them, and recognizing the shared pain, the shared grief that we're experiencing as a collective, It is painful, yet so deeply beautiful, Yeah. And I think for me, I recognize the deep fear that I have in connecting, So I pull back, I isolate, I don't reach out, There's so many people that I haven't reached out to in so long, and I know often people might feel that it's indicative of, a lack of care for them or a lack of love, but, there is a deep love, and a deep gratitude for all the beings that I've had the pleasure of getting to know. And even though I might not always reach out, it doesn't mean that I'm not holding you deeply in my heart, truly, and it doesn't mean that there isn't a desire to connect, there's a deep desire for community, and just also not really sure, not really knowing how to do that, how to be and exist, in community, really, like truly, and you see people online and, wanting to be able to, engage within that, and just kind of finding myself hiding more and more, but feeling openness in this moment to be seen, and just kind of trusting, trusting what flows through in this moment. Whew. Yeah. I wish this like showed you how long things were. Hey, how you doing? I wish I could see like how long this was going for. I'm not really sure, but yeah, feeling pretty complete in this moment. Whew. Yeah. Day one is complete. Well, once I post it, it will be complete. You know, grateful to myself for showing up. Grateful for anyone that joined and listened for a bit. I know right now I believe I am in here by my lonesome, but that is okay. If you are watching this on the replay, I know for me, sometimes when I like accidentally join someone's live and then you're in there and it's just like you and that person, and then you get like, like, oh my gosh, and then you just like quickly close out, you know. Those moments, like, I don't know, like I'll jump in and then it's like this, I don't know, this feeling like fear. But maybe it's excitement, and instead of running, I should try to face that, you know, and to feel it, to sit with it and allow it to be there, you know, not allow it to push me in the other direction, you know. So maybe, you know, perhaps if you are watching this on the replay and at some point during these 28 days you find yourself moseying into, you know, a live, yeah, allow yourself to sit there, you know, even if it feels uncomfortable, because, you know, chances are it might just be you. You know, it might be just you and me there, and yeah, it might be awkward, you know. I am a pretty awkward person, but I've learned to embrace that and to love myself within that, you know. I can be super awkward, especially like in-person connection, you know. Like, I think sometimes we watch these videos and we make assumptions about, you know, kind of how people might be in person, but it's really different, you know. Talking to myself on the phone, like, it's not, there's, you know, and I guess even sometimes there's like some awkwardness, and, you know, it's okay. I accept that it's just a part of me, but I think there is still some maybe parts that don't accept, because I feel like I always kind of try to give that disclaimer, like, you know, and almost like, you know, giving, like, it's okay if if I'm too awkward, like, it's okay, I get it, like, you know, but I don't know, I don't remember what I was trying to say there, but yeah, I don't remember where I even came from. Yeah, but oh yeah, so, you know, if there is that like awkward moment, you know, it's okay, let's embrace it, let's be and feel awkward together, you know. Let us join forces and, you know, be forces of awkwardness together, you know. And if there's any questions or any comments or anything that you might have to say, like, even if you know me, I think that's when it's most awkward, right? When you know the person, but it's not really someone that you talk to, you know, too often. So it's like, you know, you're just kind of like, but it's okay, you know. Like, I want you to be there, whoever you are, you know. I want you to be there, and would love to hear your thoughts and to share in that exchange, you know. So yeah, if you stumble in and it feels awkward, like, that's okay. Let's feel awkward, you know. Let's experience the feeling of awkward, you know, together, and let's be okay with it, you know. It might not feel okay initially, and that's okay too. But yeah, just kind of allowing that awkwardness to be there. Greetings. Yeah, so again, if you stumble into the live, I'm just repeating because someone just jumped in, but if you're watching this on the replay, apologies if you're listening again. Yeah, it's just saying, you know, if you stumble in on a live and it feels awkward, like, oh shit, I'm the only one in here. Like, you know, it's okay. That awkward feeling is okay. And super awkward when you know the person and you kind of want to like hop out, and it's like, shit, like they've seen me, they know I'm here. You know, let me stay and listen for a moment and then hop off. But yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. But yes, with that, I believe I am complete. Again, if you catch me on these 28 days and you feel called to stop in and listen, greetings, Marlon. Much love to you. I appreciate the engagement. Acknowledgement. Yeah. So just for context, I am participating in a 28-day live journey. So I am going to be going live for the next 28 days. Yeah, kind of just sharing and talking and then posting. Yeah, so inviting you to join me on this journey, seeing all that flows through, more tears, more laughter, hopefully. You know, recognizing represents, like acknowledging, you know, that part of our resistance is also not allowing the okay, I'm gonna have to close out because it keeps pausing. Oh wow, what if it was like doing that throughout the whole thing, and like it's like super choppy and the whole message is just like glitched out and it's just like for the whole thing. That's okay. This was still a good experience for me, and even if no one is able to understand what comes through, the energy is there. But yes, closing out in this moment, feeling more than complete, sending so much love. Oh, I forgot to do the waves. Wave to everyone who passed through, who is watching on the replay, if you have reached this far. Yeah, sending so much love, so much gratitude.